Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My grandmother used to say to me, when you give people something and they don't want to ask back for it, can I have back my good evening, please? Thank you very much. Good evening, and welcome to this second of its kind show here at the Russell's Auditorium. We, on behalf of the organizers, I want to apologize for the late start. Some circumstances beyond our control, but we are happy that you are patient. You know this is going to be a blast tonight. It's a show that is very much needed, and a show that I'm sure that you're looking forward to from the reviews and comments I have been seeing, and I know you're going to have a grand time tonight. So your wait will be well worth it. So thank you for coming, ladies and gentlemen. And I think about now we are supposed to welcome the honorable guest. Is he ready for his entrance? Can we have that entrance, please? Ladies and gentlemen, AT&T Promotions present Accolade 2. As tonight, we give honor to a son of the soil who have made St. Vincent and the Grenadines proud and prouder and prouder and prouder over the years. Kindly stand and help me welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Frankie McIntosh. Come on, put your hands together and welcome the honorable son of the soil. Without a doubt, one of our most prominent entertainers over the many years. Come on, you can do better than that. Let's hear it for her. And those who can whistle, shout. This is a celebratory atmosphere. You can whistle, you can shout. Yes, you can scream. He deserves all of that. Oh yes. Welcome, welcome, sir. Of course, he's doing his reading my culture. I feel that hug all up back up here. Minister, you'll get a shake on, you'll get a hug. Oh, yes. And he's now being ushered to his seat by CEO of AT&T, Brother Tanis himself. Oh, yes. All right, so this is the honorable gentleman, so we have to give him his due tonight. Just be patient with us, please. As he goes during the night, he's going to be doing a lot of greetings, so I hope he went to the gym and did some work, because your hand's going to be working tonight, sir. All those handshakes. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Remain standing, please. And we will now have the opening prayer. And of course, St. Vincent and the Grenadines being a God-fearing nation, we will now invoke God's presence. And the person today is otherwise occupied, so I'll just take that privilege to do so. Let's reverence God. Heavenly Father, we thank you for your gift of life, your gift of health and strength, and all these things, Lord, the privileges that we sometimes take for granted. I pray tonight that you will be with us. Lord, we ask your blessings on this event and this show. We pray that everything that is done will be done with decency and good order. We ask your blessing on our special guest, our special honoree tonight. Lord, you know he has served well and represented St. Vincent and the Grenadines and the Caribbean and the wider region Well, bless him and his family. Bless us all here tonight. Bless the performers, the musicians, everyone who would be part of this performance, Lord. Give them clarity and let them do it to the best of their ability. And at the end of the night, we'll be all happy that we had a grand show. Be with us all. We ask in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you very much. We'll now have the national anthem of St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
St. Vincent, land so beautiful, with joyful hearts we pledge to thee our loyalty and love, and vow to keep you ever free. What in the future brings, our faith will see us through. May peace reign from shore to shore, and God bless and keep us true.
Thank you very much. You may have your seats, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, very appropriate that we get into that patriotic spirit, because it's what? What month is this? Independence Month. Come on, if you didn't realize, it's October already. Just yesterday, I was telling my daughter something about January, and before I wink, it's October. That's what's happening with the days. So we, in the month of October, when we hear a lot of what St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Ladies and gentlemen, this is, of course, the second, and as I said, the inaugural show was held last year. And just before we get into the meat of things, I want us to recognize the first ever honoree from AT&T Promotions. And as I said, it was well held right here at that show last year. And as I told the lady, it seems like just a couple months ago we were here, but we are back. I want us to recognize the very first honoree of accolade, AT&T Promotions. Please stand, Miss, the Honorable, one of our cultural ambassadors. Madam, Judy Boucher. Come on, put your hands together. Yes. First honorable person, I should say, first honoree that we had here. And tonight we are back with the maestro. We'll hear a lot more during the course of the night, in speech and in songs and in everything we're going to pay tribute to the son of the soil. Right about now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have a narration. You'll hear some more about the... Yes. Okay, that narration will come a little later. But I want to introduce you to a gentleman. He's been my friend for a number of years. We were colleagues in the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force. And I know him. We spoke a lot in the police force. And when he was about to leave, he shared a lot of his ideas with me. And I'm very happy to see that he has put these ideas into action. You know, he experimented with this function last year, and we're back this year. A hard-working man. He's very committed to what he's doing, and I believe he has a very supporting team with him. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to help me welcome CEO of Accolade, the man himself, former retired inspector of police, and I can tell you, a soldier in his own right. Serious business. This is a very, very fit, very passionate, very talented young man. Come on, welcome him, Mr. Arden Tanis. Vincentian born and bred. I think he American by plane or boat or something, but still Vinci.
Minister of Culture, Mr. Mackey, other ministers of government, if you're in the audience, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, good night. And it is indeed a very good night. I'm delighted to welcome you here tonight to this accolade number 2. On behalf of the other half of A&AT Promotion, which is Arlette, and that's my wife's name. My name is Arden. So we have A and A Tanis Promotion. And there's a very strong team working with me, the director of Accolade, Mr. Bernard Joseph, as well as Mr. Stapleton and his team. And now we have an advisory committee to the Accolade. We all welcome you here to this tribute to a very humble and great Vincentian. Many of you would have taken time out from your busy schedules and would have used some of your limited financial resources to be here. And we appreciate that. I want you to put your hands together for your very own self for making the very effort to be here. Thank you very much. A bit about Accolade. Accolade is an event. But yet, it is more than an event. As a matter of fact, Accolade the event is the flagship to a number of other components. And we'll mention them briefly. The event that you're experiencing here right now, it is the initial stages of a process that we're now going through. This event will eventually become a product. And this product we're hoping to be a Vincentian product that would take advantage of an agreement between the European nations and the Caribbean and other nations. This would afford us the opportunity to ply our trade as creative people in other markets. Accolade as a journal. It is intended to create a journal of this event that would be basically a one-stop shop for music in the Caribbean and in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. This journal would be distributed internationally and it would be free of cost. Accolade as an organization. Right now there's an advisory committee in place that is advising us as to how we would proceed to make Accolade an organization that would develop and strengthen the music industry here in the Caribbean. Accolade as a Vincentian product is basically representing the Caribbean as a whole. Tonight, Accolade pays tribute to a son of our soil. The name is Franklin McIntosh. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. The name of St. Vincent and the Grenadines is known throughout the Caribbean. One of the reasons is the man sitting right in front of us. I want you to put your hands together. I have found that the Bible is a book that can guide us all. I learned that a prophet is not without honor, except in his own country. Tonight is a testament to that. Everywhere you go, it's Frankie, Frankie. It's always to give praises. And I would like to give a little story because I believe creative people like Frankie, and people who make everything that you see in this building were created by a creative being who is the visible manifestation of the Most High God. They are creators, same as it was with Jesus. So it is not surprising of the attendance we have here today. But for those of you who make it and demonstrate through your presence that the man is indeed humble and worthy of his accolade, I want you to stand and really demonstrate it by giving him a round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, please acknowledge the maestro. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You may be seated. Now tonight you'll be taken on a journey. The journey will take you from what we believe is the roots that led to the formation or the building and development of Mr. Franklin's music. We'll be taken way back. We'll almost travel the life cycle of a musical genius. You would hear from the very young, the middle-aged, and the old or aged and mellow musicians and actors. This ride would take you to a height that you've never been. And when you would have left here, you would say, it was good to have been here. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you accolade number 2. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Adam Tanis, CEO of Accolade. Come on, give him another round of applause, please. Come on. That's right. We have to appreciate people who appreciate people. All right? And I want to say congrats to Brother Frankie. And you know, one of the things quickly, as we get ready for the narration, one of the things that I admire about Mr. Frankie McIntosh is his humility. You know, some of us, we get to certain heights and we forget we float on air. But this is a gentleman I've always respected for his humility. He has taken everything in stride and remained humble. Give him another round of applause, please. That's a quality of persons, of real successful persons that sometimes we forget. Ladies and gentlemen, right about now, we're going to invite the brother, Mr. JP Shamon, to bring a short narration. Welcome, JP, please. You know him, we know him. Come on, give JP some love as he comes.
In the words of David Jackie Williams, one standard feature of the traditional Vincentian Carnival celebrations was the connection to our history. There were always presentations being made based on our African roots and practices, especially the rituals and practices of the juju, the jab, and the dunkanu cultural heritage. From the early onset of these celebrations to the late 1960s, local individuals such as Touchy and Roma and Charity and several other outstanding mass men and personalities of the day, together with their throngs of supporters, will present to us on stage at Victoria Park and before that at the Botanic Gardens at Carnival time, images of hunting and war and the sacrifice of living creatures as the ritual of these heritage. The African rhythms which form the background music to which these presentations were delivered seems to have become deeply ingrained in the way we present our music today, that we could say that there exists a unique Vincentian rhythm. But with these traditional musics and rhythms and ritual practices and the musical creations that they influence remain a thing for researchers, or are they naturally inherent in the works of our creative artists, buried somewhere deep in our subconscious, waiting to jump out at us in one of our creative moments? And when they do jump out, do we ever recognize them as those traditional African rhythms and beats that time has imbued with the brand of a unique Vincentian spirit? In the 1960s, a special style of ballad music emerged among the musicians in bands across St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The group Caribbean Tornado, the Trinidad Outfit, carried that identical style of ballads on most of musical arrangements of Frankie McIntosh is noted for the unique rhythm on the keyboard strumming. Do we recognize it? It is Vinci. Frankie and Tony McIntosh's unique style created the sound of the Equitables band, Vincent and the Grenadines, but in North America, lifting us up with that undoubtedly unique Vincentian sound for many years. It is quite possible that the musical genius of Mr. Franklin McIntosh, as we know him today, began taking roots way back in his preteens as he watched and listened to the riveting rhythms and chants of Zuma, 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 Zuma. As the wild Indians and the Voodoo warriors paraded streets of Kingstown on Carnival Monday and Tuesday over 55 years ago. Already 1 year ago, in its inaugural tribute and award show, accolade, A&AT Promotions has signaled that we are prepared to highlight this apparent unique Vincentian rhythms and rituals wherever we think they exist.
Oh yes. Oh yes, ladies and gentlemen. Fitting narration. Come on, give it up for JP one more time. And everything, as Mr. Stanley said earlier on, ladies and gentlemen, will go towards recognizing the contribution of the brother to the art form here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines and the wider Caribbean. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the performances? Are you ready for some performances? All right. I saw some of you shaking a little bit to the Mazuma rhythm there just now. JP wanted to get you warm. But we have a cast tonight, ladies and gentlemen, that they have been well rehearsed and they are ready to deliver the goods. Up in the number one position, not a competition, just first tribute. The brother, no stranger to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. He's an up-and-coming musician himself and a gospel artist. Just produced his first album entitled Love Over Hate. He's coming tonight to do one of those songs. I want you to put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, doing a number, Never Fail Me Yet. Let's see it for the brother, Hayden Bilinji. Come on, give it up for the brothers, he comes.
Accolade, how you feeling? We're here to perform it to our brother, Frankie McIntosh. Never fail me yet. You know what? We have an amazing God, amen? And he never fails us, no matter what we go through. So give it up for Jesus, somebody. Come on, somebody. Yeah.
As I flash through this life, trying to catch my breath, bring through the storm, but the never really miss. My knees so never I will sing of his goodness forever. Yes, come on, ladies and gentlemen, you can do better than that. Do I have anybody who's going to whistle in the house?
Hello, Frankie McIntosh. This is Archie Killing Miller from...
We don't want you just sitting there and just clap, 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 clap. Come on. You got to make some noise. Frankie loves noise. Beautiful noise, that is. Musical noise. Anybody could make some noise in music? Come on, like shout musically. Yeah. All right, get in there. Tune up. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, come on. We want to thank Mr. Hayden Badinji. Put your hands together and one more time. For the next few seconds, I want you to just focus your attention on stage as we now have a short video as we get ready for the next act.
Hello, Frankie McIntosh. This is Archie Killing Miller from New York via Barbados. Thanks for your support over the years with my music. I am so happy that your country, St. Vincent, is honoring you for your contribution in the development of music throughout the Caribbean. Congratulations, and may God continue to bless you and your family. Thanks, Archie Miller.
Left, right, center, all around the corner. Left, right, center, up, down, center. Left, right, center, and up, down, center.
My name is Niall Manswell. I am a member of the Birdsong Foundation in Trinidad and Tobago. We consider Frankie McIntosh to be an invaluable member of our community. He has always been there to lend a supporting hand, whether it be music and otherwise. Frankie has always been here to support us. He was introduced to us by Ralph Robertson, late great Ralph Robertson, and that was quite a number of years ago. And from since then, Frankie has been a support to us. So any accolades given to him at this point in time, I feel like it's coming a little too late, but Frankie, thank you so much for all that you have done for Birdsong. Whether it be arranging a song for the small ensemble, arranging a song for the big band, Frankie has been there, leaving his home in New York to come down to Trinidad, just to be with the children and to support in any way that he could.
Ladies and gentlemen, the tributes are coming from all over. Right about now, ladies and gentlemen, this band has been around since 2011, providing beautiful music throughout St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and throughout the Caribbean, and they have been entertaining audiences to the max. They have been voted, of course, the best live band here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the best of SVG. Put your hands together and welcome the band Kinetics. Oh, yes. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, you can do better than that. That's the band Kinetic, proving that they don't just have the energy for the hot soca songs. They got soul also. Come on, a lady like that, when you sing, you should have somebody with a bass voice singing, baby. Just back in your day. Come on. Come on, give it up one more time for Kinetic, ladies and gentlemen. Kinetic band. Yeah, bringing some soul to the Russell's auditorium. I wasn't really seeing clearly. I think I saw a couple there just holding hands and just looking at each other. Yeah, created a little love thing there. You know, that's what it's about. Share the moment. Accolade 2, ladies and gentlemen, as we continue. Up next, we've got a young man, a youth man. And I'm sure when the brother Frankie looks at this young man, he's going to remember his days as a youth, aspiring to be. I don't know if he had ever dreamt that back then he would be as powerful from the musical standpoint as he is today. But that's where it started, from the youth. And we have a youth among us, ladies and gentlemen, who's been fantastic. He's won the primary school, or the junior Calypso Monarch 4 years on a straight, 4 straight years he was crowned Junior Monarch. Tonight, he is doing a song entitled, ladies and gentlemen, What a Tangled Web. I want you to put your hands together and welcome the brother, Christopher, the man himself, Little Chris, Junior Calypso Monarch.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, come on. The monarch in the primary school category. Come on, let's say it for the brother. Christopher, the little Chris. A little man with a big voice, a big song. Well, guess what? We are tangling the web here tonight. And right away, we're going to keep it going, ladies and gentlemen. We have the monarch in the secondary category tonight. And we're going to bring him. We want to lay you. Just now, we're going over to McCarthy. Anybody from McCarthy here? All right, that sounds like two persons. That's good. Yeah, three. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the brother goes by the name of Damien Noel with a stage name, the Bony Man. Welcome, the brother, Junior Monarch, in the secondary category this year. Please welcome him on stage. The little man is doing something by Scotcher as we honor the brother Frankie McIntosh. Put your hands together. Welcome the Bony Man on stage, ladies and gentlemen. start a song like we have in a party. Frankie McIntosh said, see, I saw you shaking the voice. Don't be afraid. Minister, please. I know it took you all to not to get up and shake a leg. Control yourself, Mr. Minister, please. All right. Come on, let's hit for the youngster one more time. Boney Man, livening up the auditorium tonight, I tell you. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to keep it going straight into the next performer. We went from Leyu to McCarthy, we're going back to the Leyu. Ladies and gentlemen, this lady burst on the Calypso scene last year and created a big stir. They almost crowned her. 2 more steps and she would have been wearing the crown. She came 3rd in the National Calypso competition last year. This year, as they revived and reintroduced the National Queen of Calypso competition, she took the crown and then went to St. Kitts and placed 3rd. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to put your hands together. Welcome the ever fresh, and of course, not just in music. She's an ex-former national netballer and, of course, West Indies netballer. Put your hands together. Welcome the lady, Joanna Christopher.
Thank
gentlemen, a couple of years ago when I was on the Calypso stage, I used to say, Kaiso, Kaiso. I can't hear you. Kaiso, Kaiso. Yes, Kaiso. Come on, give it up for John one more time. Beautiful song and very appropriate at this time as we're into the month of celebrations of our 38th anniversary of independence. Anybody feeling joyful in the crowd? Are you happy to be VNC? Make some noise, man. Oh, yes. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, on stage next, the brother wearing the crown, the national Kaiso crown for the 4th time. He did it 3 years in succession. Took a bow and came back with a bang this year. Ladies and gentlemen, he's here tonight to do one from 2016. I wanted to put their hands together. The man has performed around St. Vincent and the Grenadines, around the Caribbean, as far as Mexico, Haiti, and the United States of America. Is here tonight to join in paying tribute to the brother, Frankie. Welcome the man, Zamfair Adams, Man Zange.
For a better
National Kaisumana 2018, the man himself, Zamfe Adams, the man Zangi. Yeah, fitting tribute, and I'm sure the brother Frankie. He did it for SVG and still doing it. Just a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, that the event you're at tonight, just in case you're stumbling by accident and you don't know what's going on, I don't know. It's called Accolade 2, and it's a production of A and A Tanis Promotions in collaboration with SVG AM. And of course, we're honoring the Vincentian brother, the maestro, brother Frankie McIntosh, for his outstanding contribution, lifetime contribution, that is, to the development of Caribbean music. All right, to Pigeon Mr. Tanis himself backstage. As we get ready, ladies and gentlemen, to move on to our next act tonight, continuing the tributes to the maestro. Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to have associated with this group for the past 15, 16 years or so. All right. Okay, we're going to have a slight change. We'll bring that group a little later. Ladies and gentlemen, right now I want you to focus your attention front stage as we now have a few more tributes via video. And then we'll have a short item. So you can stretch your legs a little bit, chat a bit, greet the maestro, and we'll come back in about 10 minutes.
Pleasure to sit here and send.
To my dear brother Frankie McIntosh, this is the Gabberts, sometimes known as Gabby, Almighty Gabby, the cultural ambassador for Barbados. Frank, I thank you for all the wonderful moments we spent together by the studio Eddie Grant in New York when we played together, for all the jokes, all the fun, all the time you spent to make sure that the music was right. We cannot pay you back. We cannot repay you. So all I could say with all the emotion in me is thank you, Frankie, for being who you are. Not only a great musician, but a great human being.
Oh yes, ladies and gentlemen, give me my flowers while I'm alive. Put your hands together for the first act, the first part of the show. All the performers, ladies and gentlemen, give them a round of applause. Appreciate them. It's been fantastic so far. Right up and now, we're going to take a short intermission, about 10 minutes or so you can stretch your legs, go meet the brother, say hello, chat a little bit, and we'll get back in 10 minutes.